Good afternoon. Very pleased to welcome Engineer Sharif Al Olama. Thank you very much. Great panel indeed. PPP, public-private partnerships. We saw that in the electric vehicles, as you just mentioned, and also other aspects. What is next, basically?
Basically, as you know, our ministry is a huge ministry where we cover various sectors. We cover transportation, we cover housing, we cover infrastructure, we cover oil and gas, we cover mining, we cover renewable energy. The opportunities in terms of partnering up with the private sector are huge. But there has to be a systematic approach. Basically, we need to see where the private sector can actually add value, where we can, as a government, benefit in terms of the efficiencies that they can bring, in terms of the technologies that they can bring, and maybe strike a win-win kind of a deal, where the private sector is incentivized to actually come into this partnership, securing additional revenues, ensuring that they are working with the government, and also meeting certain ESG targets. For us, at the same time, it helps us actually deliver our mandate, deliver our national agenda, and also potentially create new revenue sources.
Yeah. In addition to the EV, basically, we're hearing a bit about independent or solar parks, independent solar parks in remote areas. We saw that in Fujairah, for example. This is the Emirate of Fujairah. Are we going to see some investment in the solar space?
Definitely. This is a model that we have excelled in. It is a success story for the United Arab Emirates. The IPP model is very successful in the UAE. We have a vast amount of experience in it. And this is exactly the model that we are going to build on in terms of expanding our renewable capacity as per what we have committed to in terms of tripling that.
Yeah. We are in the year of community, عام المجتمع, as declared by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, Allah yahfadhu. What is next in this aspect?
We are focusing on the community in terms of actually looking into how we can make the buildings and the community be more efficient when it comes to energy consumption. The idea over here is if you are more efficient, you emit less CO2.
Yeah.
And that makes the environment much more livable for our community. This is one of the priorities we have as a ministry that is responsible for the infrastructure, and we are working to that regard.
Today, previously, we used to to import technology and know-how from the rest of the world. Now it's vice versa. We're seeing here at the World Government Summit, lots of countries and even tier one countries are learning from the UAE experience. Are we going to see basically your ministry relaying the best practices in this space?
Definitely.
What is next, especially, for example, in the GCC or the Arab states?
Definitely. See, the UAE has established itself as a global leader when it comes to sustainable development. What we do in the country is something that we are proud of, and we don't limit it to ourselves. We are engaged heavily with our international partners, where we share a lot of the best practices, the success stories, and even some of the failures that we've had, so that other governments don't suffer. Other governments benefit from what we have learned, and other governments also achieve what their targets are. The idea over here is to share best practices and benefit all.
Engineer Sharif, thank you very much for being with us today.